Okay guys, so I'm about to go into Hack GSU for the weekend. My boy Alex.
What's up?
Brian, he's not gonna be hacking with us, but...
Nah, I'm going to the homecoming game. Like,
nah.
What's up, y'all? My name is Carl from Major League Hacking. We are the official student hackathon league. We support over 200 events all over the world, 65,000 students everywhere. I'm here at Hack GSU this week at Georgia State University. We have a lot of cool stuff. We have a lot of cool swag to give out to students. We have a lot of awesome hardware that we're giving out for people to use. The reason why we go to a lot of these events and why I go in particular is because I understand, you know, this community and how much they love to build things, which I think is one of the coolest things to me. I used to be a hacker myself. I went to school up in Rochester, New York, and I started my own hackathon community up there. And I think it's so awesome what all of these students like Gene and what Mike and a lot of the other organizers at the school are doing to bring hackathons to their community and show them this culture.
Right now we're working on a water sampler. Basically, we want to find contaminants that are in water samples. And we look at contaminants like oil, bacteria, maybe lead, and we have some chemistry that we can use to figure out these contaminants. But then we use iPhone peripheral spectrometer that we're building, and we combine it with the built-in iPhone camera to try and figure out what contaminants are present. And we take that spectra, and then we're also using the MapQuest API to map where there are fresh sources of water, clean sources of water in the region. So you can say you used our device and you're out, and where you are, there's no clean water, but you can see that someone else tested water not too far away. You can go and you get clean water over there. Anything else you guys want to add?
Sounds like that's about it.
Okay.
Alright, so basically our project is a password manager, so kind of like how on Google Chrome you sign in to your Google account and it kind of autofills all your passwords for different websites and everything, but you have to remember your Gmail login and your Gmail password. So this is basically a password manager that uses keyboard biometrics, so it records how long you press down each key and how much time is in between each key, and then saves all that information and sends it to a machine learning algorithm. And so there are basically two different modes of this application, and one of them is like a training mode, and in the training mode you are teaching the machine learning algorithms how you type uniquely. And then in the authentication mode, it's, okay, you've already learned how I type, so now can you authenticate me based on me typing a random sentence. So it produces a random sentence using a dictionary and tells me to type it, records exactly how I typed that, and compares it to how it learned how I typed in the training mode. We are also building a Chrome extension for it, so it could work similarly in that autofill, and we're also trying to make it a Unix service, so it'll be running in the background all the time, and you can have it running, learning how you type no matter what you're doing. So not just typing random sentences into the program, but also when you're typing up your essay in Word or coding in IntelliJ or whatever you're doing.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Allison, and they created an application that allows blind people to hear and see, essentially.
Yes.
And using this keyboard, he can see what I'm saying, and he can see what I'm saying. I'm going to type into a computer something, and he's supposed to know what I typed in.
Absolutely.
Right? Can I try that now?
We pull just the cities that we need. Sometimes we get street names. It's state names. We compare each value that is passed in along with our geolocation currently to match up the city that we got in there. And if that is where we are, that's what we
What?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Are you guys from
That was a cake.
Yes.
That is right there. Now this is based on research that I've conducted as a researcher at Georgia Tech. And this is known as passive haptic learning. What does passive haptic learning mean? It means that you can acquire haptic skills, so touch-based skills, and muscle memory passively without paying active attention to it. So what does this mean? You can learn Morse code. So in this case, Brandon learned Morse code while playing the 3DS, while just putting on this hat. He did not know Morse code before this. He learned all of this in a period of 2 hours, rather than the weeks it would have taken him to learn
drill and stuff.
Exactly.
That is super cool. Okay, so there's this guy over here in this like super cool room with like. Hey guys, what are you guys working on over here?
We are working on a location-based advertising system that allows consumers to be able to get notifications on discounts and information associated with companies and businesses that are close to them as they're driving and walking around.
It's 3D Pac-Man in VR.
VR Pac-Man?
Yeah, VR Pac-Man. Yeah, so Sam here actually ended up designing like the original figures on Blender. And so then after that he'd give them to Tony, and Tony would end up taking like the textures and putting them all into place. And then he'd give it over to me, and I'd like do the physics behind it, make sure everything was moving properly. And then we'd all kind of work together and import it onto like Unity. And the Oculus Rift, because this is actually our first time working with virtual reality or Unity. So it was all very new. It was quite the experience. Yeah.
Okay. So we're here at GSU and we're working on something called Bop It. Bop It's a game for Android. And essentially what Bop It's about is, if you remember the game Bop It, which is a little toy from the 90s where you had to hit all the buttons in the right place when the thing would tell you a voice command. We kind of borrowed inspiration from that, but instead we're using these JBL smart hackable headphones. So what happens is, when someone puts on these headphones and wears them, there are accelerometers on the headphone, and what we do is we use a Bluetooth connection between the app, the game, and the headphones, and the game would give instructions for the user to bob their head in different directions. And we also use the accelerometer on our phone to do different kind of shape interactions. So in combination, the idea of the game is just like Bop It, we have Bob It. So like people have to shake their head in certain directions according to the game, and if they do it the wrong direction, game over. So you have to go as long as you can.